So going over quickly some of the materials. This is a dummy styrofoam cupcake piece. I got these in a set on Amazon. I also sell kits on my Etsy store, which is Jillo Creations. You can message me at any time and I can get you links to this stuff. We sell a set of bat wings. There are 4 wings to the set. There's a large piece and a small piece. So let me move this down some. Okay, so we sell this in our Etsy store. We're going to be using a donut ring. It's a styrofoam donut ring. Okay, we're going to be using this. And we're going to be using this cutter. And we're going to be using possibly this cutter. Okay, so it depends on how it looks. Okay, so we're just going to wait for some people to come on Facebook. Good morning, Christine. Good morning, Darlene. Hello, people. I know we're crossing over Charlie's Memorial. I'm so sorry because like the whole world is watching. Okay. Hi, Lisa Collins, but this is our normal time. So I'm just going to record this on my Mevo. So that's what's going on right now. Okay. I finally remembered my password. Let me get this up a little bit till we start. I finally remembered my password to get into my tablet. So now I can record this. Hi, Elizabeth. Okay. So, I've got my Charlie Memorial thing recording on my television, okay? So I can go back and watch that so that we can stay consistent here at the same time, okay? Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Terry. Good morning, everyone. So I'm recording this to upload to my YouTube channel. I got to figure out how to do that, but for now, I'm recording this to my Mevo SD card so that I will have it. Then the next step would be figuring out how to get that out to you guys, okay? Good morning, Ina Epps. How's Texas? Hi, Kathy. So just letting you guys know, I have my Mevo going and my phone at the same time. So this session is being recorded. I'm going to try to do this now on a regular basis. Now that I remembered my passcode to get into my tablet, and I put that in my phone so that I don't forget anymore, okay? Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So just so if you guys see me looking in 2 different directions, I do have my Mevo set up right next to my phone this time. Okay, so that's being recorded to my SD card. So I've had a couple of people ask me to make the bat donut again. They have bought in the kits. Of course, those lives are long gone. I'm recording this one so that we'll have this in our library so I can just go back and share this. We might have to do this with a couple of classes just because I'm still this whole technical thing. I'm still figuring this out. Okay. Hi, Sue Schwiller. Good morning. Hi, Christine. Hi, ladies. Come on in, everyone. So to switch this up a little bit, the bat cupcake sits on, the bat donut sits on a cupcake, right? Last night I was laying in bed and I thought, how cute would it be to make him sitting on a blueberry pie? So let's take the same concept. We're going to make the same donut bat, okay? And we're going to put him on a blueberry pie just to kind of change it up a little bit to make it new, okay? Hi, Kathy. So we're going to need, if you've got your bat kits and you haven't done this, this is a perfect opportunity for you guys to watch this again. I had to go back and look at my photos and pictures myself to remember what he looked like because we did him probably 2 months back. Hi, Vicki Demon. Good morning. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start on is the bigger cupcake because I want this cupcake dummy big enough to be able to hold my bat donut on, okay? So instead of making this a cupcake, we're going to make it a blueberry pie, okay? Good morning, Kelly Metheny. Hi, everyone. I'm recording this, okay, so that we will have this. Hi, Heidi. Doing okay. Much better energy levels today than yesterday. Plus, I remembered my passcode going to dinner yesterday, so I wrote that down now, and I have my hi, Lisa Molkin. I can't even pronounce Hi, Lisa. Good morning. I don't want to slaughter your last name. I'm sorry. All right. So we're going to start with the blueberry pie, which is different, but this might be cute as a version coming into Thanksgiving if you guys want to make little pie pieces, little decorative dessert pieces for your Thanksgiving table. Okay. So that's why we're going to try to turn this into a blueberry pie. Let's see how it goes. Again, never done this before. This is new. The concept is, the idea is new. The way we're doing it is going to be similar, but yet a little different. Okay. So come on everyone. I understand that we're recording this and videoing this right over the Charlie Memorial. I'm so sorry. It's just, we come at 9 every Sunday morning. I wanted to stay consistent for folks so that they lessen the chances of them missing it. And I did have a couple of requests for people who just got their bat kits and haven't gotten a chance to get into them, to do this again for them. Okay. Enough said. Cheers. Good morning. I already had 1 cup of coffee. I've been up since 6:30. Went to bed real early yesterday. I was exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. We're going to start with our pie. Going to make it a blueberry pie. I'm going to use Deb's Bright Ideas. I bought, I think, 4 bags of her cookie dough because I love using this for the cookies, for the cupcakes. Okay, it's a really nice color. And then we go back and we toast it with some makeup. Okay, so we've got Annie's Creations. This is her navy blue. Okay, that's going to be our filling. We've got Deb's Bright Ideas, and it's her cookie dough color. Both of these ladies, I believe you can find these on Etsy if you're looking for clay. Hi, Jill. Good morning. Hi, Deb Hendricks. Hi, Natalie. Good morning, everyone. Come on in. So the first thing we're going to do is make a blueberry pie. That's new. That's fresh. Everybody here that's looking for something new, let's give a blueberry pie a try, and then we'll set the bat on top of our blueberry pie. So these are the clays that we're going to be using today, okay? I'm going to start with Deb's cookie dough. Let me move the Mevo down so the recording can see. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Linda. Let me move this down a little bit so you guys can see. Okay. I'm using the larger cupcake dummy. This is about 2.5 inch cupcake dummy. I got this on Amazon, okay, in a pack. Hi, Sherry Brewer. Good morning. Okay. I'm going to warm this up a little bit, okay? And I'm going to roll this out, and this is going to be the bottom of my crust, okay? I did bring out a couple different cupcake dummies that you can get, okay, to see which one might work better. I need a bigger one, though, so I'm starting with this one, okay? So let's hope this one turns out. We've always got a different one that we can try. So I'm going to roll this out. I don't need this to be too thick because it's just going to be the base around the bottom part of our cupcake, okay? Okay. So if this is about 2.5 inches, okay, I'm going to use my round cutters. You can get these on Amazon. I believe they're like $7. I love these things. They're all metal, okay, several different sizes. If you don't have these and you're planning on working in clay, or you're working in clay, just starting, I strongly suggest that you get these. You never know when you're going to need these. These were one of the very first things that I purchased. My light over here will not turn on, so if it's a little darker than normal, I apologize. It's my ring light decides when and when not to come on. All right, so I'm going to pick a ring that's going to be big enough to cover the whole bottom of my cupcake, okay? If you don't have a ring, you can just roll this out. I am going to make it just a little bit bigger by rolling it out. If it's not big enough, we can just cut another ring. But for now, I want to make sure that this covers the whole bottom of my... Nope, that's not big enough. I'm going to tell you right now, that is not big enough. I'd rather have extra than not enough. Okay, so we're going to go to this is a 4-inch ring. So let's see if this is big enough. This is a denser clay. It's plugged in, but it just won't come on. See, it's got power, but I'm telling you, I've been having problems with that one. It comes on whenever it feels like it. So the man's over here trying to fix our light for us. He heard we had a difficulty, and so he snuck behind the scenes trying to fix it. All right, so let's roll this out. Okay, we're going to cut this again.
Is it this one or this one?
It's this one. This one is this light, see?
Okay.
See? We can always smooth. Well, you know what, though? I really want it thicker because I want a crust. I'm just going to go with the biggest circle I've got. Again, this is new. I've never made this, so we got to trial and error things, just like you guys have to. Sometimes doing it on live just helps you guys feel like we're human beings over here as well. We make mistakes. We trial and error, just like you guys do when something doesn't work out right the first time, all right? I'd rather have extra than not enough. So, see, it comes on whenever it wants to come on. And it shuts off whenever it feels like it's done working. Yeah, gonna have to. All right, I'm gonna roll this one out just a little bit more. It's a little thick. Okay. This is gonna work. So I'm gonna take some clear tacky glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my clay just to help it stick to that styrofoam. Okay. Okay, put our cupcake on there. We're gonna flip this up and we're gonna pull this all the way up to the rim. Okay, this is the bottom part of our pie. I guess I was just thinking, you know, bats gave me the same impression as like a blackbird, right? So blackbird's coming out of a blueberry pie. So I thought, why not? Let's give it a shot, see what it looks like, right? I mean, if he's coming from a cupcake, why not a blueberry pie? So I'm just moving this all the way up to my edge. If I roll it like this, it just helps it stick to my styrofoam piece, okay? Okay. I'm not worried about cutting those pieces, okay? Because just like a normal pie, we have extra crust around the edges, right? And then we just kind of roll it up. That's what I'm gonna do, okay? Hi, Janine. It's Janine, right? Austin and Lisa and Brenda Baker. Hi, ladies. Okay, so we're gonna use our blue. I'm just pulling this down a little bit. We're gonna put a layer on top, okay? So I'm not too worried about how much extra clay I have. I hope this works because in my mind, it looks really cute. And I got my fake blueberries out. So I'm hoping that this turns out super cute, okay? Thank you, Heidi. Thank you. You guys, I did go back and fix the gals that put in their request that I didn't see yesterday to get into our scarecrow class, okay? So there is another class today at 2. We may even have another one because I've still got some ideas to do with the scarecrows, okay? So if you've paid for the class, you get a lot for your $20, I guarantee. Okay, so I don't need a whole lot for this because I just want this to cover the top, okay? So I did go back in. The video should be there, okay? So we don't need this one to be too big, right? Set that aside. warm up my blue. Rebecca Mang, good morning. Hi, everyone. All you guys, I don't see a whole lot of comments. I just see, good morning, Donnie. How are you? You guys, she's working on the Mr. Freeze Meister to her Mr. Heat Meister. Oh my gosh, you guys, this girl, I've missed her. We have missed her on this page in her quality craftsmanship for her clay pieces. Donnie, get with me today. Give me a list of colors you don't have, love, and I will get you a package out. You know how I roll. I will get you the supplies. All right. So this is the blue. This is a beautiful navy blue. It was a hard color to find, but Annie's Treasure started carrying it. And I grabbed like 4 bags because I love this color blue. I mean, look at this blue. It's a beautiful navy blue. So I am recording this, okay, for any future people who have the bat kits or have purchased the bat kits. Even if you just see this on the bat kits now, didn't know what they were, and like this, now you want to go back and get a bat kit. If you don't see any, let me know, okay? And I can always put one together for you, but this is what the bat kit is all about, okay? It is a free class with the purchase of the kit, okay? It's just a free class regardless. All right, we're going to put our blue, I'm just going to stretch this to go right over the top of my pie, okay? Okay. Now, I think I want to glaze this, okay? Because we're going to cut through the crust. So I want to glaze that blueberry, okay? 12, 11, 10. So does that mean it's at 10 o'clock, Greg? Hopefully, you guys, hopefully I'm not running right over Charlie's memorial, okay? Because have you guys seen the people that have started to get in line in Arizona? People have come from all over. There was a guy from Scotland. Oh my gosh. He's like, he saw it on Fox News and he said that he had started watching Charlie and he said that he wanted to be here with us to commemorate his life. And I was like, oh my gosh, if that's not the coolest, okay? Blue will run, okay? So make sure you clean your brush real well, okay? But this will make the clay glossy. Instead of it being a matte blue, it'll make it glossy. Ooh, I'm way back here. Sorry, guys. We are making, Christy, we're making a blueberry pie. And on top of that blueberry pie, I have been asked to make the bats again because a couple of bat kits went out and the bat live video is gone. So I'm recording this on my Mevo. But to switch it up, because the last time we put him on a cupcake, this time we're putting him on a blueberry pie. Okay, because we're coming into fall and Thanksgiving's, gosh, right around the corner. So a lot of people are, thank you, are, you know, starting to put their plans together. Who's going where, who's coming where for Thanksgiving. So I thought this would be really cute for a little blueberry pie. You could switch it out to an apple pie, a cherry pie, right? Hi, Colleen. You can pretty much make any kind of little pie you want. But how cute would this be sitting on a little tier tray for the holidays, right? All right, let's get out our top piece. I'm going to go big again. Let's see. Well, that's too big. I don't need it that big now because we don't need to go all the way around the base. Let's do this one. Let's set this over here. I'm going to make this just like as if I would make a blueberry pie. I coated that with the glossy Mod Podge, all right? So that blueberry filling would look glossy underneath our pie crust, okay? And then we're gonna, for anybody coming in late, I am using Deb's Bright Ideas. I'm using her cookie dough color, okay? So that's what we're using for our pie crust. I think I bought like 4 bags of hers because this is great. And we're coming up to Christmas and we're going to do a kit for cookies. So I just bought, Annie's Treasure also has the cookie dough. So I bought, I think she only had 15 bags. And we're going to do the Christmas tree, the Santa, and the bulb. It's a flat cookie. Cookies. So if you guys want to put Santa cookie plates together using fake clay cookies, we're going to put a kit together for that. And we're going to go over all of those cookies this year coming into Christmas as well. So for all the new people, they were adorable. We made the Christmas tree in pink, 2 or 3 different colors of pink. We made the Christmas bulb, a red, a green, any kind of color you want. You can use a pastel. And then we made a Santa with the Santa cookie cutters. So all of those are going to go together in a kit, okay? And we'll go over those on a free live. Those, I don't believe those will go in a class, okay? So those are coming. I do have clay coming in for the cookie kits, okay? All right, so this is my top piece of pie. I don't need this thick, okay? So this is gonna be, I need more though. I need more because I need extra. Well, I could go around and put a special crust on it. So let's roll this out just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a teardrop cutter, a teardrop cookie cutter. I wanna make sure this is big enough to show through our filling, okay? I think I'm gonna use this one. All right, so we're gonna, let me make sure I can get this up, okay? And I'm gonna make a pie cutout. Okay. Lay this right over the top. So that blueberry filling will show through, okay? It's like one of those mince pies, you know? Okay, I'm gonna tap this down around my edges, okay? And then we're gonna add a crust on that. Then we're gonna bake it with some, just tapping all my clay pieces down here, making sure it's all attached, okay? Okay, then we're gonna roll out. I like those bigger pieces because that's really gonna show my blueberries through there, and I like that better, okay? All right, so now we're gonna just roll a rope for my crust that goes around the edge, okay? Make sure the clay is all stuck. And that Mod Podge also helps hold that clay to the top piece, okay? I think I'm gonna need more. I want a nice crust on here. Just gonna roll this out. You can still do a cupcake with your kit, but this just gives you another idea. If you've got a red, you can make a cherry. If you've got yellow, you can make a lemon, right? This is gonna go around A little bit longer. Okay. This is going to go around our pie. Okay, so now to get this to look the way I want it, I think I'm going to use this piece. Up, down, up, up, down, up. Okay. Look how cute. I'm so excited. Look how cute this is, you guys. Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen such a cute pie? It's adorable. I love it. I love it. It's nice when you can get excited over something you've never made before, right? So this is our little blueberry pie. Look how cute. We're going to toast it up. Okay, make it look more realistic. Okay, I'm going to put this away. I love it. Absolutely love it. I think it's precious. Wait till you see what makeup does to it. So we're going to cook it. Right, Sherry? Isn't that... Hi, Charlene. Good morning. Hi, Kelly. So we're going to toast it up like it just came out of the oven. Oh, you guys, I got, let me show you. I just got in, I think I might put one of these in with our Frosty kits. They're little cardinals, because cardinals are big over the Christmas holidays. And how cute, look, to have a little cardinal sitting on Frosty or on Crystal. Aren't those adorable? So I have a whole box of little cardinals that might come with your Frosty kits, because that would be cute, sitting on his broom. Just a little added embellishment, something, you know, just to take it to the next level from last year. Okay, let's toast our pie. I use the same brush and I use the same color. This is so cute. I love this. I just love this. All right, because that white from the Mod Podge is going to dry clear, so you'll get that blue shiny filling on the inside. Now we get to go around and we get to darken our crust to make it look more realistic. Let's see if I can get some in here. Just gotta blend it, okay? You guys might be able to make a better crust than me. I never really was good at crust, so why should I be good at a clay crust, right? Hey. You do you. If your crust looks amazing, then your people at your dining table are going to be thoroughly impressed. And let's see how many kids go to grab one to eat it. Look how neat. So let's go around our base here. Let's get some brown. That's what's so nice about this color of cookie dough is you can add this brown to it and it just molds, blends right in, okay? I'm just going up and down, okay? Trying to go all the way around. Trying to get the bottom of my crust as well. Let's try another palette too pretty soon when my brown one's out. All right, that's my little pie. Excuse me for just a second. Now I'm thinking, do I have... Let's see if we have some overflow here on one side of our pie. Let's see how it looks. Clean this up a little bit. Just on one side. Okay, so let's see if we want to go like right up against here. Let me put some glue. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge that as well. Mod Podge. Just using a little one right now so I can have space. That will dry. I have to make sure I show YouTube as well, or just my recording, okay? So everyone can see. And then I have some blueberries. Just do a couple of blueberries. Okay, let's see, I want to do like 3 blueberries right on the top. Voila. A blueberry pie. Look how cute. Okay, that's our blueberry pie. Try to make sure my crust is level all the way around. Okay. We're gonna set this aside. That's adorable. You could do like 3 of those, right? An apple, blueberry, and even the pumpkin. We're gonna do a pumpkin pie on our turkey class. So we could do our pumpkin pie like that if we wanted to as well, because I think that looks adorable. All right, let's get on to our bat. We're gonna use the donut ring, okay? And we're gonna cover this in black. I'm using Sprinkled Whimsies black. Taking off some of the dry pieces off the end of my clay, okay? So this is Sprinkled Whimsies. You can find her on Facebook, just message her, okay? Haven't been into this bag for a while, so I gotta make sure that I condition this clay up really nice, okay? We're gonna use 2 of the circle cutters for this, okay? 1 for the outside and 1 for the inside. This is a 3-inch. And I think the 1.5, I think those 2 are gonna work nicely for this. All right, it just makes it easier to put the black on there, okay? Let's roll this out. You're gonna need 2 sides. A little bit of glue. Hey, Greg, can you bring me a cup of water, please? Like just like a red cup with a little bit on the bottom.
Okay.
My little water thing is completely empty. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I get the inside of this donut ring as well. Just put it in a red cup and I'll pour it into my thing. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this black right over this, and you can spread it a little bit, okay? Work it down.
little bit, right?
Yeah. Well,
You want more than that?
yes, please. A half a cup so I can fill up both of my reservoirs. Both my reservoirs are empty. Okay, so here's one side of our donut. See, when you have those ring cutters, it just makes it really nice. You don't have to have them, right? You can do this without, right? You can just put your clay on here and just move it around. But it just makes it really nice when you can have both. Thank you. That's good. Thank you. Okay, let's do the back side. Okay. How's everybody doing? Hi, Sandra Swanson. Good morning. Hi, Sharon Whipset. All right, so let's cut out another piece. I'm just putting these two together. Okay, I'm just tapping it down. I'll have a seam, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry too much about that because our wings will cover up some of that, okay? So don't worry about trying to get your seam all worked out. Okay. Okay. Find your favorite side. Which one looks better? Okay. It's just got a black donut. Okay. I think this is going to be my side right here. All right, I'm going to cut out. These are done. I'm going to cut out. I'm going to use the small bat wings that come in that kit. Okay, I'm going to use these. Oh, we want these pretty thick because these have to stand up pretty good, okay, on their own. So you don't want them thin, okay? If you make them too thin, they're going to curl, okay? You want these nice and thick, okay? I'm going to get mine a little wet here so my clay doesn't stick. Will this fit too? No, let's do one at a time. Batwing. That black also runs, so be careful. If you're moving on to your next color from the black, check your hands, okay? Make sure you don't got black on them or you're gonna transfer that color, okay? So we're gonna do his other wing, which this one goes, which one did we just do? This one goes this way. Okay. Okay, so we got a wing for each side. All right, we're gonna put a little super glue on this because this is clay to clay. Like this. And we're gonna give it a little support while we work on the other one. Line them up where you want them. Okay, we're going to work on them just like this with these wings being supported, okay, so that that has a chance to set up. All right, so we're going to do his face right here at the top. We're going to give him a little nose, and we're going to give him 2 eyes. I'm done with those. Let's do some blue eyes because that will pop off of there nicely. So his eyes are going to go right here. Might have to hold them for a second because you're putting them on a round surface, okay? His little nose will go right in between that. Let's see, I can use, because it is a styrofoam, but you got to use the pointed piece or else it's not going to get in there. So put some super glue here. Like this. Through the clay and right into that styrofoam. Okay, that's what we have. Got to give him some ears. So I'm just going to use the bat wing cutters to give it support, okay? So let's do his ears. Just gonna roll a teardrop to a point and just bring that point over just a little bit. At the bottom, I'm gonna push my thumb in so that that will set right on, hit the clay like this, okay? I'm gonna make two the exact same ears, both going in different directions. I'm not gonna put them on just yet because we're gonna put some purple on the inside. And we're gonna trim out his wings in purple as well. Wonder if I should do blue to match the blueberry pie. I know purple pops. Hi, Tasha. I know purple pops off there really well. Nah, well, shoot. I want to do something different, but I'm afraid that that's not going to... No, it's not going to pop off there like we want it to. So let's go with our purple. I haven't been in this one in a while either, so... I'm going to put some little ear centers in to pop his ears off, right? Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot his little... I gotta take his nose off. I gotta take his nose off while I can. Stand by. I forgot something important. Let's move him over here for a minute. Supporting his wings. We forgot his centerpiece, which can go right to there in purple. So let me get this cut and set on there, then we can pick it up from there. He's a donut, so he has to have frosting, right? Okay. Move his ears out of the way. This doesn't need to be thick either. Thought he looked a little bit dark. It's got to have frosting. That's why you guys have these cutters in your kit, okay? Okay. Is that big enough? So we do a hole in the center of that. All right, let's see if we can get this out with any issues. I have to get this wet. This isn't going to work. Let's see. Can we save this? Because we're going to put some sprinkles over it anyway, so I'm not really worried about the little hole marks I made because we're going to put sprinkles on it, okay? So that will help cover that up. this would go like just like this. Okay, there's our frosting. Now we can put his nose right back on where it was, which was right here. Okay. Then we got to put on some sprinkles. Don't really have purple, so we're going to have to use, and wherever I poked a little hole to get that out, I'm going to put a sprinkle. Okay, for now, we're going to start with that. Okay. If I'm going too fast, you guys, you can always go back, stop it, finish where you're at, and then pick it up and start it again, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna add just some extra ones. Okay. Push it down in there. Try not to spill everything. Use another one of these right here. A lighter one over here. Purple one right here. Let's see. There. I could have swore there was another purple one floating around here somewhere. Let's see. And one more. There. All right. Now we can move on to the ears. That's what we have. Put his ears on. A little bit of purple on the inside of these. That one will go on that side. Need a little bit more. This one goes on the other ear. Okay. Oh, we're gonna need a little bit of purple to trim out his wings. Okay, let's see. I can put toothpicks at the top to hold on his ears. So let's see. I'm gonna do one right here, one right here. Into the styrofoam. Put on an ear, okay. Into the styrofoam. Put on an ear. Okay, now I put a little bit of bat hair and trim. So to trim out his wings, we just roll out some purple, cut it to where the ends are even. This goes like one, okay, that's one. That black clay is still, well, let me put a little glue here just in case. Because that black clay is pretty wet, okay, pretty moist. So clay sticks to clay really well if you've got the right type of clay. If it gets dry on you, then you're gonna have to put some glue down before you get there. I got glue on my fingers, I can feel it. And if you don't get it off, the clay sticks to it, trust me. Okay. This one goes here. Okay, then we put some hair at the top, which is black. So we do another little toothpick piece. Gotta have the pointy end. And we do our little hair dollop things. Okay. Okay, so up on top, his hair goes right here. And we're gonna do toothpick style, just like we did the ears. We're gonna have to cut some of this off. And then we put his hair. You guys remember him? Thank you, Tasha. Hi, Renee. If anybody needs special prayers, hook up Tasha. She'll help you. And then I got a purple little bow. That's going to go right over his hair. Her, I guess, now that we're adding a bow on it. Try to get her eye out of the way here. Okay, there's our bat. Okay, you guys remember him. You could even go as far as to add some little feet on the bottom if you want. I don't think we've ever done the little feet. But if you want him to stand up, because I don't think I want to put him on my blueberry pie. I think I like my blueberry pie, right? Because it can stand alone. It can go on a table, right? I kind of like my blueberry pie just the way it is. But with our bat, I'm going to give him some feet. And then I think kind of like that. Like that. Just like that. And then I'm going to lean him. You can lay him down so those feet dry and put some support underneath his wings and let him set just like this, okay? And those feet will dry flat like that, okay? And then they should be able to stand up later. Okay, one more thing real quick. I'm going to go ahead and let's make the little red devil because he was fun too. Just because this all goes a part of that kit. All right, the marshmallow kit. We'll have to do the other ones. Maybe this week we can come on live again and we can do a couple more of those marshmallow heads. I'm just going to do one now because we've already got 2 pieces going here. All right. I'm thinking about a crow. Yes. I think I only have one out here. In my pie. That's all I have out here is just the one. So I just put a little bird on my pie. Okay. All right, let's make a marshmallow head. Now this red is soft. All right, so do I have any other red? I have Sprinkled Whimsy's red, but I think hers is the same. Let's see. Because if you're using a softer clay for the marshmallows, they shrink down, all right? They shrink down. I think this one is a little bit more stiffer. This one might work better. Yeah, I think this one will hold up better. Okay. So this is also Sprinkled Whimsy. Okay. Okay, so the first thing we do is we make a giant marshmallow. Got to smooth out all of the creases, okay? And then roll him. And then push it down. Both sides. This marshmallow is about 2 solid inches, okay? Okay. Then we took a heart cutter. A heart cutter. And we cut out some black. Let's do his face here. Let's do this. That one. And then he would need a red nose and some green eyes. We use green eyes for him. We had specific green eyes for him. Those. Now's a good time to review these because now a lot of people are starting to get their Halloween decorations together. Okay. This one doesn't necessarily have to have a point on the end because we're clay and clay. Okay. Like that. Okay. Okay, black. Gotta make some room here. You've got your red wings and you've got your little staff for him. I'll tell you what size this heart is here in a second. Okay, this heart is 2.5 inches. I have a heart set that has all the different ones in there. Okay, so we take a blade and I make a part right down the middle. Okay. And then we took some clay, little worms, made a bunch of them. In the front, we came up and around, starting with our center, up and around. Okay. And we do the same on the other side. Smaller ones for the front, bigger ones for the back. Start right on that line that we put. That's his part, okay? Okay. And then we ran some down the side and filled in the back, right? Okay, to make his hair look slicked back. Okay, and one more here. All right, and then we're gonna get part's optional. You guys don't have to do this. Okay. All right, then he gets his wings, which are these, and they go right behind his beard. So they go right here. So they go right here, right directly into the clay. Okay. Then he gets horns on top, and then his little staff. Horns, horns, red. Let's just do them in red. Let's give him some creases on his eyes here, because... Okay. Let's do some horns on top. And he's done. Okay. So this week we'll go in and we'll do some of the other ones for people who have those kits, okay? And we'll finish those up. But that's one down out of several that come with those marshmallow kits, okay, you guys? So I love my pie. I'm sorry. The pie is flipping adorable. See, so it's shiny now. It's not, see how you can see it different from the crust, okay? So that would go great with our turkey, okay? And our Batsky over here, he looks fantastic with his little feet, so he can stand like this, okay? These pieces are available, you guys, because these weren't, just the class was requested, not the actual piece to these, okay? I'm going to let him dry. I'm going to let him dry, and my pie is moving along. I really like that. I'm pretty proud of myself. I like it when I come up with something and it works the first time, okay? All right, so this is recorded. So I'm going to see now what it's going to take me to get this up to YouTube, okay? So, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to do that because my laptop won't read the SD card inside the little adapter. So I'm still trying to figure that out. Anyways, you guys have a fantastic day. I will see some of you in class this afternoon for the scarecrow, okay? So we're going to do the pumpkin scarecrow today, which if you missed class yesterday, we're still going to do the same body type, okay? We're just going to put a pumpkin head on him, and that's really the only thing that's going to be really different with that class, okay? And then we'll do one of the marshmallow heads for the scarecrow in that class as well. So some of you guys, I'll see you this afternoon, 2 o'clock my time, which is 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock, wait a minute, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock on the West Coast. Okay? I'll see you guys there. Have a great Sunday.